I'm so sorry. I'm supposed to have this session before the panel. But today is one of those days that I am Flora. I had to multitask. I was here earlier thinking that we are going to start at 9. But today is also my best friend's burial. So I'm just coming from, in fact, I didn't have to go for the interment. After the service, I rushed down here. I've stopped crying, so it's fine. And also today, just like I'm in a hurry, just finished this one rush. I have a 3-hour lecture with the School of Politics, Policy, and Governance, 6 to 9. And so I'll be here quickly and then rush out. And I'm happy that the panel, they've already shared a few things that I wanted to share. And some of the things I picked from the voice is, don't sell your soul. So today I'm your conscience. And there's something around Africa. And I was just thinking, maybe I need to change my mind. I'm also running my PhD with PAU. And I'm doing the Akabulian way. Who knows what Akabulian is? What is Akabulian? What is Akabulian? That is the former name of Africa. So before we called Africa, we were known as Akabulian. So I am doing the Akabulian way. How do we teach ethics using African stories? So that's my PhD thesis. And I'm here. I wanted to use SMEs. But I'm thinking it's time I come to voiceovers. They should tell me their story. We need to go back to the African culture and tell our stories like the tales of moonlight. And not all the grammar. Someone said about witch. We are not all witches. We are good people. So that's my thesis. And I will also say everything they said about me is true. But there's one they don't talk about me. And I'll say it here because I don't know who will listen. I'm also a cancer warrior. Some people call it survivor. But I don't call it survivor. I call it a warrior. All right. The reason why I talk about it is, I don't know who is in the house. Yourself, maybe your family, your friends. I was diagnosed 2022, August. And I went public with it 30th September 2022. And that was my birthday, my 39th birthday. And I told the public, like LinkedIn, everywhere, that I've got a gift of cancer on my birthday. And everybody was like, no, it's coming from the devil. You know all those juju that they do in Nollywood? No, it's from the devil. Flora, you cannot, they're casting and binding. I say I don't have any business with the devil. If it comes for a purpose. And I started evolving that purpose. And today I host a show called I've Got Cancer, So What? So if I did not tell you I have cancer, would you know? Mm-hmm. So I'm still my pretty, sexy Flora going everywhere. Making impact. I never stop working. I still teach, do everything. And as they were saying, I started my PhD. And I will always say that cancer is my second love. It made me happier. I was weighing 109 before cancer came. But now I weigh 73. It's not because of cancer or going through the treatment. No. I took charge of my life. So as you're taking charge of your voices, take charge of your life, your lifestyle, what you eat, what you do, your exercises. And at the point in this, my presentation, I'm going to ask us to stand and dance a bit. I have this song that I love so much, and it's the type of song that summarizes everything I'm going to say today. So, I've told you about my second love. Please, if you want to know more about my second love, you can check out all my social media. It's everywhere. It's called Cancer Flourish Cancer Wellbeing Initiative. All I do is to tell people to live well, live happy, live like a king, even going through cancer. So we've stopped hiding. We don't hide anymore. And there's nothing like stigma out there. I don't believe it. And if you believe it, that's your own. Like I said, cancer is my second love. And in a minute, I will tell you about my first love, how we met. But then, if I ask you, who is my first love? Flora is my first love. Hey, yeah? Okay. Before you start guessing, I'll tell you. So once upon a time, because you are storytellers, let's also tell stories. I met this handsome man. Excuse you. I am pretty. I shouldn't be going with Kini. I met this handsome man, tall, with 6 packs. An attractive bird. But he was not rich. What is a yeah there? Are we all supposed to be rich? Okay. So, but he has his own kind of trouble, but that's what makes him unique. He asked me out, and I said yes. And we became lovers. Before you know it, he asked me to marry him. And I said yes. But everybody says, Flora, you can't marry that guy. Oh, he's not rich. Where is he? Who is he? People don't like talking about him. He's a stranger. You can't marry that guy. Before, as they were just trying to understand themselves, talking about all the things, everybody said, don't marry that guy. I don't get belly. And they said, there's still hope. After this baby now, you still come out. When you've already married, though. But they said, this guy will not help your life. As they were still talking, that one was one, oh, as they were still talking, another came in. And this one, twins. All right. And you know the typical reasons of you can still make it out. Please come out of this marriage. But things were so hard for us because I was struggling, he was struggling. And I said to him one day, we are going to have a conversation. And that conversation will be, I will do away match. But we'll agree on what that would mean. It will not be, there's no string attached. There's nothing. But just that we need to go and make something out of our lives. So I need to go and engage, even if he's working, doing some other things. But the purpose is, I need to do something out there. He was a jealous man. He said, no, you cannot. How? I take care of you, this one, that one. But later he agreed. And I went out, started doing my thing. But then there was no strings attached. And before you know it, I fell in love with this other guy. But then, what do I need to do? This, my first love, still looking around. I need you. You have all I have. You're the love of my life. Right now, my first love, my away guy, and the twins and myself, we are all living together. Yes, is that not a Nollywood movie? Who do you think my first love is? No. Cancer is my second love. Who is my first love? Myself. Okay. My first love is ethics. Did you get that? My first love is ethics. And now that I told you about my first love, ethics, professional ethics, business ethics, whatever it is, call it ethics. The away match that I told you about is called leadership development. So while I was trying to figure out how I'm going to teach people ethics, we've not started this class, so. When I was trying to figure out how I'm going to do ethics, I delved into ethical leadership and all that. And today, I am going to ask you a question. What would happen if one of these media guys who started listening to me decided to go and wee-wee when I was talking about this love thing? What do you think the headlines will be? That will even be mild. Madam Ethics gets pregnant out of wedlock. But because they were not here, when I told the last story about how this second love I'm talking about is ethics, all social media will carry it. You and I, who have never met Flora, will start abusing, criticizing, doing whatever. And the question is, where is your love? Where is our love? When we crucify, criticize, even without hearing the low story. And somebody, maybe one of the producers here, will go and put it as animation. Yes, that's true. They will put it up as animation or movie. And that's how it will sell. And before I could get myself to defend myself, Akbari. And so, before I said, so the topic of my discussion today, even as they gave me 10 minutes, is where is your love? Do you know that song, Where is Your Love? Please, can we sing it? DJ, do you have it? Do you have DJ? That's the summary of my presentation. DJ, we don't have. Okay. And why DJ is trying to put together where is your love? Let me tell you what love means. L is for leadership. Leading with your voices. You are voiceover artists. What are you doing with your voices? How are you leading? O is owning your impact. Someone mentioned this here. Own your voice. And V is your voice. Amplify ethical conversations. Some of us, we don't talk about anything ethical conversations, no? It's all about the witches and the wizards, how bad Africa is. The goodness of Africans every day are not being told. And the E is ethics, upholding integrity and leading with all that you've had. It's been a long journey for me here, doing ethics. But what I'm here to tell you is that imagine that we go back to the Tales of Moonlight. Who remember Tales of Moonlight? What were the messages that particular story told us? Morals, community, values. Even coming together to talk about it, not now that everywhere is high walls. Our children do not even understand these characteristics and values that we are talking about. Because the moral instructions that we are teaching in schools, they don't teach it anymore. They've removed moral instructions. Now they are doing praise and worship during moral instruction class. You are clapping. For who? They've removed history. And that's where we should have learned about our values, our Kabulian, how we lived in communities, how we did not even look for thieves because you are your brother's keeper. If you see something drop, you pick it. But nobody is telling those stories. How do we go back to tell the stories of those times? Ask yourself, the current project that you are doing now, or one that you are going to sign up to do, what story are you telling our children? I keep talking about our children. Do you know why? Because what we did not tell them today, it's just a ripple effect. They will keep talking about it. What we talk about now is corruption. When I started ethics, it wasn't even when I started. When I came back from the UK in 2014 after my master's, I got a 40,000 naira job just teaching. I just love teaching, being in class. 40,000 naira at the time. I took it because I just liked teaching. And one day, one youth corper, the class is on human resource management. Youth corpers, professionals attended the class. One youth corper said to me, I was teaching where would you work, the kind of values you look out for when you are looking for employment. And I told him a story how I rejected an offer. I will not call the names because before they come and arrest me. But how I rejected that organization is a public service organization, and they were the backbone of me traveling to the UK for my master's. But I came back, I couldn't work there. And you know what one youth corper told me? 22-year-old youth corper. He said, Flora, you've missed an opportunity of life. And I said, why? He said to me, he cannot wait to finish his youth service to go and cut his own national cake. Are you surprised? That's all of us, a few of us. Where is the money? Let's take. If they give me a job that condemns Nigeria, that says Nigeria is a useless place, I take it. After all, I'm behind the camera. Nobody knows it's me. But remember, that seed you are sowing, it will all affect all of us. They talk about elections. They talk about anything. You say, I'm voiceover now. It's my job. I'm doing my job. It's not just about your job. It's about what image are you creating? What are you doing? Is it every job that pays you money that you collect? No, the no is small because the yes. Somebody said yes. Once he pays the money, you collect. Is that correct? I am sharing because you don't need to and you don't have to. Why? The more you collect based on the fact that it gives you the income you seek, the more we perish in our ignorance, the more we don't know the truth. Now in Nigeria, we don't even know the truth, the difference between truth and lies. Everything is true. Social media, everywhere. 2017, I got opportunity to train in one organization, a ministry in Abuja. I'm not going to call names. After 2 weeks of training them professional ethics, they called me back again. That one I went because I was at University of Lagos teaching there. So we went as a group. But then when they wanted me to come and teach the main officers, I went there. I gave them proposal. And the man said to me, if you see, huge money. And that was when I was still with my first love. We did not have money. And when I gave them the proposal, the man said to me, 50-50, Flora. I said, 50-50, or is it because you helped me to prepare the class? Or you helped me, what is 50-50? He said, that's how things work here. You must drop, that's PR. That's PR, Abi. That's PR, that's what I heard. You must drop something. I said, sir, I need this money, I need this training, but I'm sorry. I walked away. But today, he's my friend. The fact that I walked away, I moved on, I didn't bother. I didn't even ask him any question. He came back, oh, Flora, we should. I said, no, don't worry. God will have a way to make things happen, but I'm not going to. What will I teach the junior officers? Integrity, that's what I'm going to teach them. Meanwhile, I collected bribe. How do I stand to go and teach integrity in class when I have bribe by my side? You see how difficult it is? So, it's not easy to even be in my shoes. But the thing is, we need to do what we need to do. And please, I know that we do not have time, and I have already prepared lots of things, but what I'm saying is, they have removed history, they've removed moral instructions. These are the things that prepare us. Even our children do not go for block rosary. Don't want block rosary. If you're a Catholic, like they gather together and pray together. There are also other things that they do, lessons where they have, but everyone is locked out. Our children do not have that flexibility to think about their morals. What I'm asking, as we are growing up, creating that opportunities for us to start thinking about ethical leadership, teaching ethics. I will not stop teaching it, even if it's not so like every other person, like teaching sales. But that's my core. That's my mission. So as I don't get first love, which is ethics, I'm summarizing it with my second love, which is cancer. And anywhere you see me, know that I have a purpose and I'm making it count. Where is your own love? Mine is in leading people, where you guide through positive influence, owning my responsibilities, and voicing out on ethical practices. But at the end of the day, I maintain higher standards of living. Thank you, everyone.